passionate visionaries and consultants all over the country. My name is Jennifer Grasser, and I'm an executive director with Passion Parties, and I'm just going to give you a quick little story about how I got started and how I became a leader. So basically, I grew up in a really small town, real quiet town, and of course, you kind of have that mentality when you grow up in a small town that, you know, that what is here is all there is, and that's it. And that was kind of the mentality that small town people always had. And to top that off, I was a teen mom too. So, you know, always in the back of my mind, you know, maybe I thought I could never possibly achieve what I wanted. But as you'll learn through my story, you know, Passion Parties has definitely helped me achieve everything I've wanted and more. So, I had actually just attended a party. I had never heard of a passion party before. Of course, when prior to the party, when I talked to other women that were going, they were like, oh, it's a toy party and it's crazy and oh, the women are going to be nuts, you know, and I was like, oh gosh, so you get visions in your head, you know, this is going to be raunchy, this is going to be crazy. But as you all know, especially being on the Passionate Visionary team, they're very classy and very well put together, and I would soon learn that. So went to the first party, and again, I was very, very surprised and delighted, really, that the consultant was so professional and so classy, and it just changed my whole perspective on a sex toy party. Okay, so again, I was really, really impressed at this point. I had also taken some products home that night, and I'm like, I was so excited to get these products home. It was something fun, you know, that me and my guy, you know, could try out that night, and I was so excited. Now, keep in mind, I was a teen mom, and I was with my high school sweetheart. So, as of right now, we've been together 19 years. So that's always kind of my leader story, and my, you know, I story at the parties is, you know, I've been with my guy 19 years. I know you've got to try to keep things spicy and fun and alive, and this is a great way to do it. Okay, so of course I was excited to take these products home. Okay, so of course more people booked from that party, so I went to a second party. And that's where I was pretty much sold in my head. I thought, wow, this, you know, I could totally do this. You know, this consultant that's staying up there, she's professional. She's not degrading anyone. I could totally do this. You know, I could help people. I could get people excited about the products. So I signed up. Okay. So the one mistake I did make is I became MIA. Okay. I was missing in action for sure. I basically fell off the face of the earth. Okay. So my sponsor, rarely heard from me. I know she would try to email me once in a while, and of course I would just move on to the next email. I really thought I could just do this thing on my own, and I was. It was very inconsistent though. Okay, so I was doing maybe 1 to 3 parties a month, and now some of these parties were pretty rocking. You know, the sales were rocking, and it really did make me step back and say, wow, you know, I can really make a lot of money doing this, you know, if I had more parties and such. Well, so the biggest mistake I made was not connecting with my peers and other consultants, not going to meetings, not connecting with my sponsor. These people, you know, and you're taking the first step now by watching these videos and getting to know us. You know, one of the biggest things is connecting with other consultants, learning from them, taking mistakes that they've made and not making them yourself. I mean, isn't that great? Or not reinventing the wheel. Why spend hours and hours and hours creating something on the computer when another consultant is willing to share it with you? So again, you know, it's about us helping each other and sharing our business experience. So that is one thing I did for 5 years. I fell off the face of the earth. So I believe I got an email. It was just a simple email from Brooke Reinertson asking if I wanted to join in on a weekly call with some other consultants that were on the team. And it would be about goal setting, you know, and things of that nature. So I agreed. You know, I emailed back and said, yeah, I think I had been having some really good parties. I had a G-Spot party, you know. Things were going good. And I was like, wow, yeah, I think maybe I could take this to the next level. Maybe, you know, let's give it a shot. So these calls were amazing to me. You know, I actually very much enjoyed the camaraderie, and I also learned a little something about myself, that I am a little bit competitive. This is how my team building started. And again, this is different for everyone. Not everyone has that competitive spirit in you, and you don't have to, okay? But that was just my trigger. My trigger was competitiveness. The other girls on the call, they were signing people, and we were kind of checking in on each other every week, which, by the way, if you're fairly new in the business, but it is never too late to earn a business buddy, okay? So one of the girls on the call was one of the first girls I ever signed up, and she's actually still in the business today, 8 years later after I signed her up. So she actually helped push me to next levels because I saw her doing things, and I was like, you know, it kind of got that competitive spirit going. Okay, so another one of my recommendations I'm just throwing in there is get a business buddy. Okay, please. Even if you're scared of signing people, please get a business buddy. They're going to be there through the good times, through the opportunities. You're going to bounce ideas off each other. Okay, so it's really helpful to have one. All right, so I'm on the calls with my business buddy and with the other girls, and I believe I went from team leader to executive director within a matter of 10 months doing these calls with Brooke and these girls. 10 months. I went from team leader, you know, I think I had five, maybe 6 girls, not all qualified. I went from that to executive director in 10 months. And I went on the executive director cruise that year. And it was paid for by Brooke because I got, a certain amount of money for every girl that I signed. So that was my motivation, but after that, it changed. I will say that at the beginning, it was pure competitiveness. That eventually turned into a love, a true love of being a sponsor, of being there for someone, watching them change just as I did, watching them evolve into a more confident, independent person. It is amazing to me what this business can do, and I'm not just being mushy. This is the real deal. It's amazing to me. I've seen some amazing changes from women that were very timid, very insecure with the way they were going, to completely different people just from this business. Okay, so I grew a love for being a sponsor, for helping people, and that's really where I'm at today. Okay, so I plan on staying here. I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm executive director, and the only place to go is up. So I hope you'll all join us and move up. And, I find that also attitude. Attitude has a lot to do with the business. And another pivotal point in my life was realizing that my mind was creating my own issues, okay, was holding me back. So I really have changed the way I think. Some of you have probably heard some of the self-help things that we have out there and the self-improvement things. We have Train Your Brain. I actually personally fell in love with The Secret. It's just a very basic, thing that you can learn from The Secret. And then I watched The Power, and then not a reader, but I did audio CDs and the DVD and everything. So find what works for you, okay? Change the way you think. Know that you can accomplish anything you want, and you're going to be right here with us. So come on. All right, thanks for listening in, and if you ever need anything, message me on Facebook.